Alright class, this should be the back page of the other notes, but what this is going to go over is how we can graph vertical and horizontal lines. Remember, a vertical line is a line in the form of x equals a, where a represents the line's x-intercept. So basically a vertical line, since it doesn't go side to side, it does not have a y, it only has an x value, and the y value could be any number. So if we go on this one, the x value is a 1, 2, 3, so this is just x equals 3. And the reason it's x equals 3 is because anywhere we put a point on that's on this line, the x value is always going to be 3. The y value could be anything. It could be all real numbers, but the x value is only 3. Now, a horizontal line is a line represented in the form y equals a, where a represents the line's intercept. A just means it could be any number. So let's look at this one. The y value here, it crosses the y-axis, boom, at -1. So this is just y equals -1. And it's because every single point on there has a y value of -1. Let's even test that. This point went left and right 0, went up and down -1. So that would be 0, -1. Let's get another point. That's positive 1, 2, -1. And let's just do one more point, 5, and it still goes to -1. Every single time we get a point on this line, it always goes to -1. So our y value stays -1. That's how we write the equation. On this one, let's do the same thing. Let's pick 3 points. Well, right here, let's start with our intercept. That's at 3, 0. Let's get a point up here. That's at 3, positive 1, or sorry. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, positive 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, 3. And then let's get a point down here. Let's go right there. So that's positive 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2. So 3, -2. And you can see, no matter where I put the point on that line, the x value is always going to be 3. Okay? So now, let's write the equation on these ones' graph. Remember, you're basically just looking at the intercept and writing that number, whether it hit the x-axis or the y-axis. That'll tell you which letter to write. So on the first one, I've got a line that goes up and down. It does not hit my y-axis, but it hits my x-axis. It hits my x-axis at -1, 2, right there. So this is just x equals -2. Let's look at number 2. We've got a horizontal line. It only hits on the y-axis. It doesn't touch the x-axis. So find the intercept. It hits at positive 1, 2, 3. So this is just y equals 3. The reason we put y is because it hit the y-axis. Okay? Let's look at number 3. My line's way down here. But does it hit the x? No. It'll never touch the x-axis. It's down here. Will it hit the y? Yes. It hits the y-axis right here. So we know it is y equals, and that goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5. On number 4, this one, does it hit the x-axis? Yes. Hits it right here, positive 4. Does it hit the y-axis ever? No. So it's just x is equal to positive 4. Try 5 and 6 real quick. Come up with an answer. After you have an answer, we'll go over it. Now, on 5, this one is on top of the y-axis. There's the arrows. Ready, set, go. Okay, I'm going to do 6 first because I'm pretty sure you got this one right. It only hits on one axis. It hits on the y-axis. It hits right there, y at positive 2, so this is just y equals 2. Now, on number 5, this one is the entire y-axis. Okay? So my y values keep going up and down. It's still a vertical line. So it hits my x-axis at 0. So this one is just x equals 0. I know I said if it only hit, you're looking where it hits one axis, but if the line is on top of your axis, you're just going vertical or horizontal. If it's vertical, it's an X. If it's horizontal, if it has a zero slope, it's got a Y. Okay? I hope these notes were helpful. Good luck on your assignment.